What you lack is the relational intelligence. And I know that we cannot build this intelligence fully, that we are self-sustaining and we are the almighties and we know everything. Like I don't know everything, right? But when we come to such spaces, when we answer the multiple questions that we're going to answer today, you realize that someone is going through something, but 100 of us are going through maybe the same thing. Or we will go through that thing somewhere in our journey, okay? Or we went through that thing somewhere in our journey. So that means the relational intelligence, what we acquire, does not just help us. Let me tell you, the moment you are sober, let me use a word that I don't know whether exists, relationally. The moment you are sober relationally, no mulembe oguddako tegugenda kubonaabona. Your next generation. Just like they say that a blessing comes up to the fourth generation. There are things that Ariella is not going to see that I went through. Okay? And there are things that my mother saw that I never got to see. Because I found that she had plowed the land for me, and now maybe I was not taking the weeds. The weeds were out, and now I just have to plant. But when Ariella comes, chances are she's going to reap. And chances are her child is going to eat. Because when you reap, oh, where were you? Taking Simanyi to chuma, Simanyi you're doing what? And then the child is going to fall in Masape. But I want them to know wherever they will go, that even if I am older 100 years, my picture should be somewhere in a very big room saying that my great-grandfather passed on a baton. He passed on a generation without curses. Passed on a poverty-free generation. Passed on omulembe ogutaliko bisirani bya, bizibu in relationships and marriages. And we owe it to our children, okay? We owe it to ourselves, but more than anything, we owe it to the next generation. So we kunganye terera. Wanji? We all need it. And have you seen people, even at your workplace, they are showing you all the signs of we don't need you here, but you're holding for your dear life? People can have info about you, even the receptionist, even the cleaner. Maybe abada ita ku boardroom nawulira nga boogera kamba mkazi tugezezaako buli kimu naye tagenda. Wanji? Your boss shows it to you, your immediate supervisor, your subordinates, the cleaner shows it to you. That these days, eyali akubuuza madamu, kuluna ayita abasalimba. And let me tell you, God gave us enough intelligence to read the signs. But when you read the signs, can you act on the signs? Okay? Sigamba mwabaina negative attitude n'entondo, waliwo abaina entondo, eh? Nga bafu n'akasonga, wamulabye engeri gye yabadde antunuulira. Abantu balina ebizibu byabwe baleke. Ayinza okutunuuliza endali, naye nga si byategeeza, ng'ali ku birala. Don't base on one sign. Okay? But there's like your boyfriend, clearly, or your in-laws, clearly don't like you. Wanji? You're just dating, but your in-laws have made it a business of chikuba mumaso. Tebakwetaaga. But gwe wuyo, buli lwogenda mavivi kutaka. Buli lwogenda n'ogulayo ebirala. Buli lwogenda n'osombayo ebirala. Nedda okubibasombera si kye kigenda okukwagazisa. Wanji? Either mutabani waabwe oba muwala waabwe akwagala nnyo ye akulemeddeko akwagala, and by other bw'aba akwagala ng'akimanya abe waabwe tebakwagala tajja kuteeka mu kavuyo k'ewaabwe. Wanji, they will shield you somewhere, somehow. They will put some fences. They'll be like, nze mwagala and sigenda kuwasiza kika kyonna. Okay? So these things of buying ourselves so much. Number one, I want you to learn to take care of yourself. Relational intelligence demands that you learn to take care of you. Never expect anyone else to take care of you. When a person commits, and you can know who loves you, when a person commits, you walk down the aisle, someone has said, you know what, before God and before people, that you know what, I am going to be there for you. You get it? You're taking that truth. Okay? But that truth is tested with time. And it's okay to walk that journey because there is commitment. But some of us, before we even see commitment, we want to overdo. We want to audition. Like we are parading ourselves and we are saying, don't you see how good I am? Don't you see? Don't you see I'm the one who loves you so much? And we think that winning over people is like winning a trophy. It's not winning a trophy. It's not. When someone loves you, you will know. And if you love them, your heart never lies. You will know that you love them. But it is so dangerous to love someone who does not love you. And we have done it to ourselves. And that is not self-care. That is the reverse of self-care. Number 2, acceptance is a form of self-care. Acceptance. Ekiganye n'okkiriza nti kino kikoze eki? Gamba sigenda kiruma, sigenda kufiira ku prayer mountain. No, the Bible says that they don't go without prayer and fasting. But there are things that even God gave us a spirit that tests. The spirit of discernment. Right? So, you have to be able to separate the two. When someone is cheating, that is not a call for you to go to prayer mountain and spend 40 days fasting and praying so that that person can go out of your lives. What is that? That is time for you to say, come here, round table. Tulawano. Let's put all the cards on the table. Ani akoyani. Chiche chigenda maso. Yogera teweruma. You know? Nja chitwala chijja kunnuma, nja kukaba, nayo jja kubomponyeza. And some of us need the confidence. Number 3, number 4. Relationships cannot function without confidence. They cannot function without confidence. With confidence, you will show up when you need to show up. You will speak up when you need to speak up. You will make a decision when you need to make a decision. Why? Because you are confident enough to know what I am doing is for my benefit and the benefit of my relationship or my marriage. I love marriage so much. I love healthy marriages more than anything. Okay? My friend, it's the heartbeat. When you have someone that you can play with, you have someone you can pray with, you have someone that you can, joke with, be silly with. That is the sweetest thing that God can ever give you. Him loving you through another person that loves you unconditionally. Okay? But a love that comes with conditions, it is not sweet. Okay? So you either have a perfect body or you are chucked. Wanji? You either have a perfect color or you are chucked. And then there are people that will come to us, by the way, not because, do you know how when you care so much, and then someone sees the caring you, and then their minds are lied to that you are the kind of person that they want, and then they come close and they tell you how they love you so much, and then they realize that, by the way, Gwenjagala is a different kind of person, that the reality of who I love is different, and the one that I'm lying to is actually different. Some people batuwagalako chetuli, not because they really love us. So that's where the relational intelligence and confidence come in. To know, to differentiate the two. That ono musege, naye ali mudibalya. No, confidence will dictate that you stand in your power and in your truth and that you're not compromised. I'm not talking about arrogance. I'm talking about confidence. Okay? And proper confidence. Because then you will be able to see something from the side and you'll ask yourself, naye wano nyingiriramu wa? How does it affect me? Where do I need to speak up? Naye wano bwe mba seetaaga to speak up, I can actually keep quiet. This is not something that I should be arguing about. You choose your battles wisely. You choose your battles. Maybe there are some petty battles that you're not going to fight. Like very petty. You want to fight for someone? Okay, no, like seriously. If some, and this is what happened, I don't know where I saw it, whether it was a reel or a TikTok or somewhere, but that this lady was busy fighting and the man stepped aside, to watch the two ladies fight. And in my heart, I'm like, look at these two fools. None of them has their... Let me tell you, when a man loves you, they cannot put you in that drama. So number 5 or number 6 or number 10, I don't know where we are, live a drama-free life. Hate the people that look drama, that bring drama, that invite drama, that resemble drama, that sound like drama. You can see drama when drama comes. It has a way it walks, it has a way it looks, it has a way it smells. Hey, my friend, dodge it like you're dodging a bullet. Like let it pass. Okangabalize namu. Teka kukona ko. Drama is a thief of time. Drama gets you into comparison, unnecessary comparisons. So what bwaba inakabina kanene nga goli na katono. Wanji? Obufumbo babukozesa kabina. Bere lye likola obufumbo. Wanji? Obakala yekola obufumbo. Hey, let me tell you, if people were eating nyash and marrying nyash and doing what? The people that would have been married in this Kampala would have been many. Wanji? So love yourself so much to know what you can accept and what you can't accept. Self-love is key. Otherwise, if you go, the only foundation that is strong enough to be able to bounce back in life and in relationships is a foundation of self-love. Love yourself, know yourself. Some of you know that you are drama starters. You know it. You've been told so, you have seen people that have said so, and whenever they see you, they say, oh, drama uyaze. But you know yourself. How many of us, but let's be honest, you know yourself. Drama. Tomuloko kanga. Baganye. Nzembalaba. I can see. Drama eyes, I can see them. But let me tell you something that is so weird. In love, there will always be a percentage of drama. A percentage of drama. And guess what? It comes mostly from women. We are drama queens. We love drama. But not the bad drama, The bad drama is when you have to fight with other people. You have to parade yourself. You have to audition. You have to, to make sure everyone is bad so that you look good. That is bad drama. But the drama of nonyiga mukongo lina choyagala awo. Emanji? Nebamana ne bakubuza baby chichi. No matter no yogera. I am fine. Oh, you're not drama. Because half the time you're not fine. Okay? But you want the person, and let me tell you, gentlemen, where are you? Banange, katonda kuonyanga drama wa bachala. Echo nchikusabidde. Let me tell you, a woman, they can tell you, I am fine. And then, Bambi, poor men take information literally. The way it is. So, he thinks you're fine. So he goes back to his business, calls his birthdays, conducts business. Meanwhile, Pika, you're boiling. You're about to overflow. Poor guy, he doesn't know. Then all of a sudden, a club muitako. Namukozechi. Msajja tunagenda nanonya. How many of you read Tim's post? You read Tim's post? So ulaba kuitako, ulaba tayogera nawe, atandise, kwogera obutonotono. Now, that is where a wise man will know their woman. They will go back And then one of the man actually made me, I think I watched something some time back, and this man said, the day I learned to be vulnerable in front of my wife is when I rescued my relationship. Because I thought I'm a man, I shouldn't be vulnerable, I shouldn't show emotions, I shouldn't. So when she told me I'm fine, I would take it, she's fine. I go to another room, do other things. What? We get to bed, umuntu ayagala kusula walala. Intentionally, God told him, walk towards your wife, find out what her problem is. And so, and this is a high profile kind of person. Walk towards your wife, know what she's facing. The matters were not that big, but the wife was busy crying. So he took time to understand why she was crying. And this dawned on him that for the past 12 years, he had never understood the wife and how small the things that made her happy were. He was busy doing the big things, but leaving the small things. And she said, all I want is you to touch me. And he said, there and then I melted in the kitchen, on the kitchen floor. I held my wife, we cried, and that was the start of our deliverance in our marriage. Because then I knew that all she wanted was my eye contact, my attention, and me touching her and reassuring her that I love her. That's all that she wanted. But guess what? The woman was a high-profile woman, and the man was a high-profile man. And there is a temptation to think that because you're both high-profile, everyone can manage their emotions and everyone is so good. Let me tell you, that is where a baby comes in. Your woman will never stop being a baby, and your man will never stop being. No, like you take care of them, not a baby. No. You should never stop taking care of. But that is for those that love you, those that respect you, those that need you, those that can fight for you. Because some of the things that I ask people when they come to me, is he remorseful? And someone will tell you that, by the way, he expects me to be fine without him saying sorry. Yeah. Gentlemen, the creature called woman is not an easy one. But you will learn the hard way, okay? I don't want to go through everything without having your questions, because then I need to be able to touch where we are at our different points. Yes, Vero, please open.
There's one thing that I've been praying for, and I know that people like me have also prayed for it. Like, wobanga wakowa. And you're like, God, the next one that I'm not ready to go into another dating of 2 years, 3 years. I want a man to come and tell me, Vero. Actually, it will be love at first sight. Look at me, and you'll say, yeah, and I want to marry you, and that is it. Like, I don't want to, for years. No. So my close friend, we have been crying together about the same thing. And you guys, it has happened. God, as in, I don't know how God, as in, when I see her, I'm like, actually, we have prayed for this thing, and we did not think about it, and now that it is happening, we are all scared. She can be there and tell me, Vero, is this for real? It is too fast. But we have prayed that the man has to come first, tell her it is you I want to marry, start. He told her, we should meet your parents. I want to meet your parents. She has a son, and when you're dating as a single mother, the hustle. So she told me, Vero, recently when kids were going back to school, the guy asked me, our son, school fees. And she said, normally guys be like, yeah, I'm ready to take care of you. But then when it's time for school fees, like, oh, son, what are we going to do? What are you going to do, by the way? So, and the son recently got through an operation, and this guy was there. He paid for everything. He told her, like, he has been there for her. And the father of doing, he's not being like, oh, sorry. So what are you going to do? So now the question is, we are scared. We have prayed for these things. They are happening, but we are now scared. Like, she calls me at times, is this for real? As in, she looks at the guy when he says some things, and he keeps telling her, why don't you believe me? We are all in panic mode. So talk about it.
They are in a panic mode.
Yes.
Definitely, God is still in the business of surprising people, right? And we can't take that away from the equation. It's very possible that someone can come, someone very serious, and they are also tired. And all they want is a wife. And they talked to you once, twice, and they saw that you didn't want to play games. And so they were like, you know what? If I miss her and I don't profess what I want, it's possible I might lose her, because some men have lost women. Nga they are still eating vijanjalo babiri sachi. Hey. And they have missed out on good women. So chances are that he actually doesn't want to miss out. But I want us to go into the check boxes. What do you use as a checkbox or a checklist in order to know or to have that contentment that, you know what, this is actually good? Okay? Number one is time. Okay? That even when this person wants to fast track this, and he tells you in 2 months' time, I want you to be able to speak back and prolong this to 5 months' time and see their reaction. When they tell you, I want to visit in 2 months, or to do an introduction in 2 months' time, or 1 month's time after meeting you, tell them that, you know what, let's get to know each other. In the case of a single mother, let's get to introduce, the child, get to know me a little more, and let's get to see how compatible we are before we jump into this. If it's a person that loves you and you prolong the time, they will be willing to stay. A person that is narcissistic and is just love bombing you will never want to prolong. They will stick to their timeline. They will even tell you, time ejatukanga, I'm not interested. Do you see how the checklist is telling you? Because if you're not interested in 5 months and you're interested in 2 months, then there is a problem. Waliwe chitakwatagana. You get it? And sometimes you can tell, that just like you'd say, let's slow down, okay? So time is number one, okay? Give them a bit of time, because you also don't want to learn new things. Yes, we learn new things for the rest of our marriage, but again, you don't want to learn big new things. Yeah, okay? Number two, what's there to lose in this equation? Your cookie. Wanji? We all understand? I hear no. What's there to lose? Because after you have given your cookie, what's there to keep? There is nothing. So you keep your cookie in a tight lid jar. You got it very well. Okay? Go for coffees, go for movies, go for prayers, go for as in whatever it is. But show them that, my friend, I am bigger than that. It's not just about switching and swashing in the bed sheets and then saying I had a good night. That does not equate to a marriage or a long-term relationship. Wanji? People orgasm for how long? For how many seconds? How many minutes? And then that lands you into problems for the rest of your life. Wanji? So why not hold on the orgasm and wait? So that is checklist number 2. Because when someone comes, now when someone is too good to be true, like that, this is what, and let me tell you, ladies, I want you to listen to me very carefully. When someone comes and they are too good to be true, do you know what we are thinking about is rewarding them? He's doing all these things, he's doing all these things, and then these people know they can calculate. They will do something and they will do another good thing and they will do another good thing, and they will know that on the 15th day, that is when I will want to kukuataku. And then when I bring my magalo and my magalo are beaten, I will take them back. And then I will not stop at that. I will still bring back my magalo. Have you seen people have a miracle? Now, the moment you come clean and you say, that's not going to happen. And you don't even take them to the settings of, Kakati, let me come to your place, it's rainy season. Let me come to your place. Simanyi we watch a movie. Mugambe tugenderi mu Afro cinema simanyi bichi. Let's go and watch a movie. Let's go have coffee. Let's eat the pizza. And then he says, now you have eaten too many of my pizzas. Ngomugamba wanji nalinzi kusabyeko. Sizi kusabangako. Wanji? You wanted to hang out with me, I availed my time. So the check boxes can never lie, okay? The time, the cookie, and then you being able to just tell them about who you are as a person, okay? But not everything. Don't say those things. And sometimes we even mention, if you're a single mother, you mention about baby daddy no more gerera mu busungu. That is another red flag. It's another red flag. It triggers a lot. So just say, you know what? We are co-parenting, but this person is not around. Because you also want to know who calls them. If you are with a man and every time they are with you, no phone calls comes, or it is always covered on the table like that, there is a problem. They should be able to pick their calls in front of you. Okay? So, your instinct, I want you, last, let me just talk about the instinct. Your gut feeling and your instinct will never lie to you. Even when on one side you're jubilating and saying this is too good, there is always a cautious side of you that will have a bit of hairs standing on the back of your head that is warning you. Have you ever seen people who are walking into dangerous situations and they say, you know, I was filled with goosebumps. I felt like there was something wrong. And indeed, either someone robs them or someone kidnaps them or something happens. So I want you to pay attention. Your gut feeling, it's in the stomach. It's actually the second brain. Actually, most of the neurons and everything down here. So whenever you have that pit in the stomach that you're feeling, there's something unsettling, start walking slowly, okay? I mean, avail time. Talk to them. Chat with them. But one day, one time, a slip of a tongue will happen, and maybe they will say something wrong, okay? When you tell them how you're going to church, they'll be like, we church all the time. And then you're like, God, I prayed for a God-fearing man, and now he's telling me church. Because a God-fearing person will find a way of saying, next time. Let's hang out this time. But in a very polite way. Okay? So, that checklist is very, very important. I've not exhaustively handled it, but I think I'll find time and send you some of the things. But make sure that, and other people that have known him. If a person comes independent, all of a sudden, alinge chenyanje chavudde mu nyanja naye temumanyi kibukwatako. You know? Bomulaba yekka. Tomanya mukwatako, tomanya mumanyi, tomanyi na wotandikira. Erinnya lyo oligugolinga ku social media teririyo. Omugogolinga ku social media kuliko omwaka gwe yazaalibwa tekuliko kifaananyi wadde n'ekimu. You get it? So, because it's easy to walk to someone that knows someone, and maybe they're covering up, but as you go along, some truths will come out, somehow, somewhere, okay? So, if you don't know anyone and you only know them, that is not good. But if you know other people, take still time, because friends can cover for bad days, especially guys. Jagambachi, Veronica chingira na ye Andrew tesobola muwayo. Ne Andrew ngalina abaana bufukunya. So, but as you're around, this is what happens. You get out of the group dynamics. So one day you chat with Kakoza. And another day, maybe you bump into Hamza at a supermarket. And then you're like, gundi aliacha. And maybe I've never told you about this. Because whenever we meet in a group dynamic. But go slow. When someone tells you go slow, togamba amfiriza bichi akumanyiko chichakufiriza. Wanji? Sometimes we pray for God to give us the signs, and then he gives us the signs, and then we want to tell him you're wrong. So let's be watchful about that. Does that help?